Hey, so I spent some time putting together a video about washing a wig from beginning to end, and it's going to be a long one, but feel free to save it for later, fast forward through it. I tried to talk you through my process for doing it and thought I'd share it with you guys. Make it a great day. And figured I'd add some lighting so you can see what I'm doing, but I have Shiloh that I want to wear on the plane when I'm going away. So I want to give her a bath. I have probably 6 waiting to take a bath. Usually after a long weekend away or 10 or 12 wears, they end up needing a little washing. And it's just because I don't want them to get to the point where I need to take heat to them to correct any breakage that I hope this maintenance just helps out a little bit. But I did just brush her through. There's nothing crazy going on. But I figured I'd show you what I'm doing, and I'll probably end up fast forwarding through most of it. But here we go. The shampoo, easy peasy. I don't use a lot of any of it. And the water's all cool. No need to have warm water. You don't want to change the shape of anything. So here I'm just making sure all the soap shampoo is in there, activated, moved around. And I'm gonna give her a little dip. And then my plan is just to let her soak in there for a little bit. Why soak? I don't know. It's kind of what I read online when watching lots and lots of videos earlier in the day. And I don't want to mix it around too much, so I'm gonna let her sit because I don't want her to get all tangled again and have to deal with that, but I'm gonna come right back. Hi. Now that she's sat for a little while, I am going to rinse her out and get ready for a conditioner. I have the conditioning mask too, but I don't think she's beyond the point of just a regular conditioner. But I do know and have learned rinsing is more important than the most important piece of this process. And here I'm going to give it my best attempt at a rinse at the sink. I will then do the same process for the conditioner. And then I'll actually take her to the tub to do a more pressurized rinse after the conditioner. Make sure everything is truly out. Because I have found sometimes that's what makes it thick and sticky and heavy instead of having that light refreshed wig. And it took me a while to realize that. So I'd like to share that early and often. I'm going to add a little to the water. I'm going to put it right back in and let it soak for a couple minutes. But I'm also going to apply it right to the fibers. And again, I am just sharing my best guess at what to do, learning as we go. But I do let it sit in that soap conditioner in this part of the process for a couple of minutes, just to let things do what they need to do, and then we'll do the final rinse. All right, I'm gonna start with a rinse at the sink. Just because it's, you'll see in a minute how much easier it is to do things from the sink. I just don't feel like I have enough water pressure to really get it as clean as I want. Hi. So, welcome to my bathroom. We're just gonna carry on here. And let me adjust that a little bit more. And this pressure is really what's gonna clean it. And I want it on cool. And since I let this sit and soak for a little bit when I did the shampoo and conditioner, I gave some attention to the cap to make sure that was all rinsed out too. And now we'll get her set to dry. All right. And here, she's fully rinsed. I am gonna give her a pat dry, get a lot of that moisture out. And then I'm just gonna put her on this handy dandy little stand so the air can get at the cap as well as the fibers. All right, so we're back a couple hours later, maybe 2 hours. Shiloh is drying nicely. Just gonna give her a little brush through. Make sure she's not drying with any kinks, which shouldn't really matter because we washed in cold water. She looks and feels great already, but I'm gonna lay her back on there, make sure that the towel where she's hitting is dry, and she'll probably be dry in another couple hours. And here is Shiloh after her bath. Good to go.